All right, we had a successful ring return yesterday morning and a failed ring return today. Let me give you the insights of this. All right, got a call day before yesterday about a lost ring in a backyard. You know, I get calls, sometimes beaches, sometimes backyard, sometimes all over the place. Anyway, I made an appointment to get over there and check it out yesterday morning. Got over at 9, 10 o'clock. And the guy had actually, he had lost some weight, so his ring was loose on his hand. And he's out there tearing a pool down, a above ground pool, but he's ripping it up, tearing it down, cleaning and everything. And somehow during that process, he lost his ring. You really got to be a detective when you get these calls on lost rings. You got a lot of questions. I need to do a separate video of some of the things you want to check with the person when you're looking for one. One, I asked him when was the last time he saw it, because that could have been the day before, who knows. And he had seen it the day when he started cleaning. And I said, when did you notice it missing? And that was after he was washing his hands off in a certain area. He noticed, hey, my ring's gone. That's a couple questions, but there's a lot of other questions you got to ask when you start dealing with ring finds. But anyway, the main area we wanted to look at was where he washed his hands, took his little glove off and all. So got there, but then he started telling me, he said, well, I did cut the grass yesterday, and well, actually it was a few days ago he had cut the grass. He said, it could have picked it up with the grass, and I did actually work on some stuff over here. So anyway, it ended up being I had to search the whole yard. But I started with the high probability areas first, which where he was moving with the pool. I didn't hit it. Searched for about 30 minutes. So I went back to the pool area, but on the other side, in some tall grass, and sure enough, got a hit. Bam! And we found that ring. So and that video will come out and tell you the whole story about it. But then after that, I was finished by about 12 o'clock. Me and my friend Wade actually went out crabbing and shrimping. And so I get another call yesterday afternoon. I lost the ring down at the beach. He actually had lost it Friday. And here it is. It was yesterday. And I said, heck, I can't get down there today. But he had lost it about 10 minutes away he lost it. So John Boy headed down there and started looking for it. The problem was, though, he actually gave him, it was right in front of the access here, well, he actually gave him the wrong access. It was actually an access over, and John Boy completely gridded that off. You'll never find it if you're not in the right spot. That's number one. So anyway, today I said, well, I'm going to go down there and see if I can find it. So I started questioning a little more, like I said, you got to be a detective. Exactly where were you? Where'd you pull in? Anyway, figured out it was a different access he was coming across. So we went down there, and I said, well, shoot, I got a good chance of finding this. I gridded for about 3 hours today trying to find it. He had put it in his shoe when he went in the water for safekeeping. Forgot about it. Got up to the ramp where he goes off the beach and looked at his shoe. Oh, man, I forgot. So I'm thinking he probably dropped it between where he set his shoe down and he walked all the way to with his shoe and it fell out of his shoe. Somewhere in that area, but I gridded the entire area off. I could have missed about an inch. You miss about an inch, you miss about a mile when you look for a ring. But might have to go back down and check again. Or somebody could have found it. It could have been on top of the ground. Somebody picked it up. There's so many different things that could have happened. It could have, that's the reason why I didn't find it. Potential is gone. But anyway, we did have one successful yesterday, and then the one from today is not over yet. We still will try to go back and probably look at that again. Beach update. We had some 50-mile-an-hour winds here last week. And just like when a hurricane came through, it's a lot of wind, but did not make any of those big cuts like you were saying. Nothing. I mean, I got literally 2 days I went down there during that. I couldn't even make a video. That's how bad it was. I mean, 6 pennies, I think. It was terrible. Terrible, terrible. I did get out another day in the water up high, and I did get a nice ring, a dragon ring, and a bunch of other targets. And then I went to another beach and got a bunch of lead shot from a shell, like World War II shell. Got right many targets that day, so it is still some stuff out there, and you do hear somebody find something once in a while, but not very often right now. John Boy had like 10 detectors down there during that big storm, and I don't think any of them found anything. So it definitely brought sand in versus taking the sand out. Speaking of crabbing yesterday, we're still going to crabbing and shrimping. We hit 2 full bushels of crabs yesterday. I've been picking. I just got finished picking 3.5 pounds of crab meat before I do this video. It's getting kind of late, so I kind of late get my video going here. But we did get 3.5 pounds of fresh meat that we're gonna make some double crabs out of. And we've been hitting shrimp at a couple different places. And some of y'all might like seeing us catch the shrimp, but yesterday we did not catch the shrimp, 6 shrimp. That one spot, and that shrimp spot was hot last year, but now there's another spot we've been hitting better. But they're going to end up being there for us, so stay tuned. We're definitely going to have some more stuff there. Y'all know I've been working my boat. I got to tell you this quick story of the boat. When you got all these adventures, there's always maintenance on everything you got. When my boat got to the point I had to keep pumping the bulb to keep it running. You know, and normally that means there's a suction air somewhere or the fuel pump or something. So I bought a new fuel pump, put a fuel pump on, and so I'm at home testing it out, you know, and all of a sudden it cut off. I said, what the heck? It was running pretty good, it didn't cut off. I pumped it up, it pumped up tight, nothing. No gas, I pulled the line off the carburetor, no gas getting the carburetor. So I started tracking it down. It had pressure to where it goes in the engine, and no pressure thing. So I knew it was in one of them lines. Long story short, it was in the line that left the fuel pump, the fuel filter going to the pump, to the fuel pump. It was 100% clogged. You start getting this ethylene gas goes in and actually causes the interior of some of these hoses to start to deteriorate. And it had deteriorated, I guess. It just shoved a piece of that interior hose lining in there and come 100% clogged. One drop of gas would not get through it. So anyway, I replaced that hose with a new one, and the boat's running good. So we still got some good adventures coming up over the next couple months with that boat. Right now we got it running, so hopefully it maintains and keeps getting up. So we're doing pretty good for that and all. In fact, you know, I'm freezing a lot of shrimp, freezing a lot of crab. I needed to get another freezer. I have a chest freezer. For those of you that, you know, have the chest freezer, when you start stacking everything in there that deep, and what you want's on the very bottom, right? Where's it at? You know, some people say to put signs up and put where it's at and all. I'll put some pictures up here on the screen here, what mine looked like before. I ended up buying it upright. That way you can kind of sort it out, put labels and everything, and easy to get to. You're not having to dig through 3 layers to get what you want. So hopefully that's going to work out good for me. So upgraded my freezer situation down there on that. So we got that set up. Now, y'all might see I got this little thing here. I got another new toy. I'm going to explain to y'all real quick. Cymatics. That's the name of this little toy I got. It's a cymatics demonstration board here. And that's the study of visible sound. How can you see sound? Sound's in your ears, not sight. You can't see sound, can you? Oh, can you? I'm going to show you a quick demonstration of how you can see sound. I'm going to do some videos of this, but I just want to give you a quick 15-second demonstration of how you can see sound. Let's check it out. All right, I'm going to show you real quick how this works. What we're going to do, this is a Bluetooth board here, and it's going to take sound from here and put it into here so you can actually see sound. Y'all ready? This is 120 hertz. Y'all ready? Let's do it. It's a circle. Let's try another one. We're going to move down here. Let's go down here to 456 hertz. Is that cool or what? Look at that sound. You're seeing a 456 hertz. That is cool. All right, now you can say you've actually seen sound. Is that cool or what? This goes to a lot of things I'm going to talk about on some future videos, from health to mind to all kind of things. So stay tuned for some really cool demonstrations with cymatics and this machine right here, and some other stuff I'm going to do. So anyway, stay tuned for that. Anyway, appreciate everybody coming along on this update. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, and subscribe to the Gigmaster. We'll see you tomorrow on another adventure. Stay tuned.